you know how you're living in Nigeria, you're living in your home country, they make it seem as if this job it dey ground. You fit pick and just dey everywhere. But guys, it's not like that. So like, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Daya is here again.
Yes. Welcome back, guys.
So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, please do not leave without subscribing to my YouTube channel. So guys, today we're going to be talking about the hard truth about relocating abroad, like things that people don't talk about, you know, those hard conversations, things that people will keep secret and they will not tell you, you know, until you come and experience it yourself. Anyways, today we're going to just be sharing. We're just going to share, you know, and not hold anything back. So if this is a video that you're interested in, if you want to hear how it has been for us, or like culture shock and everything that we're experiencing right now in Canada, then keep watching this video. Okay, so for us, the first thing that I noticed, so I'm going to be looking at my phone because the points, they're too much. I had to write it down because I don't want to miss out on anything, you know. So the first thing that I noticed there about like living abroad is the fact that it can get really lonely, you know, like especially if you come here alone, like if you don't have like family members around. Even if you have family members around, the truth is that your family members can be living like far apart from you. So
it's very busy environment. People are always working. So everybody's minding their business.
Everybody's minding their business. Like you can be living in your apartment and you don't know your next door neighbor for 2 years, 3 years. No, they see. Like that's just how it is, you know. So, but it can get really lonely. So, if you're planning to relocate abroad, that's something that you should really consider. If you're someone that is the life of the party that don't know how to stay alone, this is a different environment completely. What do you think?
Yeah, but you can definitely adjust. This is no way to discourage anyone not to move abroad or relocate if they want, but it's just things to be aware of. Yeah, it gets lonely,
and then you can miss your family.
Yeah, just find ways to maneuver through it. Try to build new network, although it's not easy when you don't even meet people like that. So how do you make new friends? Or yeah, just try as much as you can to make it work.
Yeah, and then for the second thing is that for the most part of it, you have to start from scratch. You know how you just pack your load, you put it inside 3 or 4 suitcases, and you leave your home country and you travel abroad to like start a new life. You are starting from scratch.
Yes, you are definitely starting from scratch. Relocation is never easy. I don't think it's ever easy. Even when you have like
so much
of money, you are still starting from scratch because you are still going to go and get apartment, understand how the whole apartment system works. If you have children, you have to figure out how their education system works. You just have to start from scratch.
Yes, you're starting from even if you have to start driving, like everything, you know, understanding the transport system.
Exactly.
You're starting from scratch, basically.
Starting afresh.
And then this also applies to like even with like your career, or not like we're looking for jobs, you know, like someone that is a lawyer maybe in Nigeria. If you come here, you have to do like some certifications sometimes you have to take like some small jobs to survive because the bills where they yakpa. I mean, there are bills everywhere, but like nobody's going to help. You know how you have like family or friends that can support you, your mommy can bring like food stuff for you or something, but here like sometimes you just have to sometimes you have to start from scratch. So these are like things that people need to be aware of, so that your expectations when you come and you're not getting what you want, your expectations, you should not now be sad or something. Like sometimes
don't expect it to be all beds of roses. Is that what they call it? Like it's basically starting from scratch. You will most likely have very tough times at the beginning. But yeah, in the end, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. So I think I mentioned it already. Like you're staying in your apartment, you don't know your neighbor. You know how in Nigeria, like you can come out, you know your neighbor most times. You know you can come out, you can gist with your neighbor. Here, like this, they walk up past. Like you won't have like. Do you know how you're even like you enter an elevator with somebody? You know, normal how we used to greet back home. You just say hi or good morning. nobody even they greet you. They just dey do their thing, and like
Yeah,
we have to get used to it. You know, like normal when I enter the elevator like this, I will say hi, or I will say, I usually will just say hi. But here they will not say hi. Nobody say, you don't know your neighbor, nothing. So myself, I adjusted myself. Even when I enter the elevator, I know they say hi to anybody. All of us go they look each other. So like.
and it's something to it's really a mental adjustment, because normally we are trained when
greet
you're small, you say,
people.
when you see your elders, what do?
You greet.
Good morning, sir. Like so you build.
Or when you enter a place and you see people, you greet.
So your parents have built you up to say, when you enter somewhere fresh, you have to say hello to people, you have to greet people. But it's not always like that here, and it's something that personally I have to adjust to. Because me, when I walk into an elevator, for example, in our building, my first reaction is to say hi, hello, and everybody's just looking at me like,
smiling, but
not necessarily because they want to be rude or anything, but because it's not the thing here. Like I don't know why you like saying hello to me or something like that. So it took a while for me to just mind your business.
Just
hold
yourself.
Enter.
If somebody smiles with you, smile with
smile
them.
back, but just mind your business.
Yeah.
Why are you saying? So yeah, it's something to really adjust.
Yeah, and then making friends is difficult. It can be challenging, like you're coming to a new country, you might have a few friends, but those friends already have friends, and those friends might not even be staying close to you. Everywhere is big, so it's something that you have to adjust to, trying to make. And as adult, I really feel like making new friends is hard.
Yeah, it's hard as adult to
it's hard to make new friends as adult. Like if you don't vibe with somebody, even if you vibe with somebody, you can just be vibing for that day and that's it. Like you cannot, when you have issues or you're sad, you can't go and call someone because you vibe one day in club. You're not gonna call the person and say, I'm going through this. Person will just be like, I don't understand, where is this one coming from? You get? So it's not so easy to make friends abroad. So that's something. But then you can, like, over time you build your network, you start to make friends. As you go out, there's some people that you just vibe with, and then you can start talking, especially if they're like from your country. They understand your joke, they understand things that are happening. So but really making friends as adults is difficult. It can be difficult.
And also because people are, again, back to people just being busy. A lot of times, even if you want to try to build a friendship with someone, the person might just be busy with life that they don't even have the time to come and start sitting down with you, to start trying to build a life. So it's just
people are doing 2-3 jobs. Like it's a fast life here. Too much bills, so people don't even have time to want to make that effort to grow a relationship. And then living abroad is expensive.
Yeah, so people have to work. That's why people have to work, because it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
People have to double up their household.
So much bills. I mean, there's still bills every other part of like your home country, but mostly because it's like monthly. Like you have to pay your rent monthly.
Yeah,
so
most things are monthly. Even sometimes bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Even some bills are bi-weekly.
Yes.
Every 2 weeks you pay them.
Yes. So people have to work. You have to keep working, and it's just a lot.
So they just don't have time they don't have that much time for anything else, because whatever free time they have, they want to sleep, they want to rest.
So like hammering on that expensive, like there are bills everywhere, no doubt, but like living abroad is expensive. If you were planning to relocate abroad and you did a budget, if you come abroad, like that budget can shock you, because the bills is like back.
Yeah, we actually felt it.
Yeah.
Like, all the budget that we did, just throw it in the bin. We just got it, and then the reality, we had to throw a lot of it in the bin.
Yeah. So
notice that it's a lot more expensive than we even imagined it was going to be. So just have it at the back of your mind that living abroad is
and you cannot cut
expensive.
costs. You cannot cut costs. You cannot cut
costs.
You cannot cut corners. Like if you have to pay your bill, let's say electricity, let's say internet bill now, you have to pay it or they cut you off. Do you get like the bills? Nobody, you cannot go and start explaining. Say, oh, please give me some time. Who are you explaining to? Like you have bills, you have to pay them.
Yeah. So if you have bills, you pay it. If you don't pay it, then they cut it. They cut you off. Simple as ABC.
Then getting a job can be difficult. It's easy depends like on your journey. But really, you know how you're living in Nigeria, you're living in your home country, they make it seem as if this job it dey ground,
Yeah,
you fit pick and just dey everywhere. But guys, it's not like that. So like every economy has their own, and the way there are challenges back in Nigeria, there are also challenges in this economy as well. Like if the jobs, there are no jobs in Nigeria, there are no jobs in Canada as well. Like there are jobs, but the jobs are so few and the people are so many. It's the same thing in Nigeria. There are jobs, a few jobs, and a lot of people are looking for jobs. So you know that perception where you say, oh, there are no jobs in Nigeria. Okay, or there are plenty jobs in Canada, or there are plenty jobs abroad. There are plenty jobs, and there are plenty people looking for jobs as well,
trying to get
into those jobs. Yeah. So
personally, I feel like this one is not said well enough. Getting a job in Canada is difficult. Okay, they always want to favor people that have their own Canadian experience. So what happens a lot of times is those that are coming from outside then struggle to get a job. So they want people that have schooled here. A lot of them want people that have schooled here, that have built work experience and yeah. But Canada is an immigrant friendly country.
Yeah.
That should not, in a country like this, that should not really be a big thing. But it's bigger than it should be.
Yeah.
So imagine a lot of immigrants are coming, they don't have Canadian experience, and then you're making them struggle
and honestly, it's like
get a job.
Everybody you speak to, they say, oh, just try and get your first job. When you get your first job, but for you to get that first job, sometimes it can take a while. Like sometimes you have to do like menial jobs, and they somehow sometimes disregard your previous experience. Like you're a manager, you've worked in Nigeria, you have so much years experience.
It just make it look like crap. Like,
you know,
imagine having 5 to 10 years experience doing something, and then you come somewhere and then they just make it.
So sometimes people people have to do those menial jobs for a long time to be able to break into the industry or their role, the main role that they want. So it's not that rosy. Like people don't talk about these things a lot, and that's see in this video we just want to share. We're just sharing, like telling you as it is.
I think if you don't take anything out of this video, I think this should be number one.
Yeah.
That you should take.
That's
what I tell people that reach out to me. That in terms of your job expectation, just know that it can get difficult to get a job in this country. If you can buffer yourself with as much money as possible, please do. Another thing I tell people is, as soon as you get your PR, even as soon as they even approve, just start interviewing, start applying.
Yeah, we have
even if it's going to take you exactly. We
have a video where we talked about how you can land a job in Canada before you relocate here.
Yeah, so as soon as you're just aware that they've approved just start applying, start interviewing, and even if it might even take you 3-4 months or 6 months before you come, just start. Because it can get really tough in this environment. And because first of all, the jobs, there are technically many, but the amount of people trying to get the job
there's so many immigrants, there's so many people coming in, and then the competition,
because of the way people are coming in,
and then the competition is stiff,
it's really stiff because of the amount of people that are coming in to compete for that same job. And then you also have a lot of those recruiters that are deprioritizing people or that don't have like Canadian experience. So which a lot of us fall under that category. So that's why a lot of
your expectations, just take this one shot that you have to just be patient and just be open-minded to maybe doing different kind of jobs, small jobs before you get your big job.
And if you can really be financially prepared for those hard times, please do as much money as you can bring in. Please bring it in.
The next point is medical. Do you want to share?
I think for this you have more experience with it, but I think generally sometimes it can be difficult just getting like appointments, NCM. Sometimes you go to complain, maybe especially like specialists. Maybe if you like bone related or all these specialists, things that require like specialists. You can go and they will tell you that maybe
waiting like 6 months.
Maybe in May, they're telling you that the appointment they have is in December. You're like, So am I supposed to carry this pain?
You will carry that pain like that
from May
to
to December and stuff like that. So those are some little things. It can be difficult to access sometimes healthcare, except it's like
the basic
emergency. The person is dying like this. But I heard that they definitely prioritize
they prioritize babies, children, and then mothers
mothers, pregnant.
But if you're not dying like this, you wait. So sometimes
the wait can be so long.
It can be so long. Like I remember I had to see a specialist for a particular challenge, health related issue that I had, and I booked in June.
Yeah, June.
And I got a date in December. So guys, I had to wait. That's 6 months or 5 months, whatever. 6 months to actually see that doctor.
It can be frustrating.
So you'll be managing your pain, till like that. But they still prioritize like babies, children, definitely children. Like you can go to the hospital. You have your family doctor and all of that. But if you have money, like this thing that I have to wait for, like, is a specialist I needed to see. But if you have to pay out of your pocket to see that specialist, you're going to be coughing up a lot of money. So if you have money,
plenty dollars,
you'll be fine. Technically, you'll be fine.
Dollars to just try around.
Yeah, but because here, like healthcare is free. So once you have your health card, you can go to your family doctor and then you see your doctor. So those kind of things, you have to book an appointment to see your doctor. You cannot just walk in. You have to book an appointment.
Yeah, the way in Nigeria, as you can just walk into hospital. And I just want to see a doctor.
You have to book an appointment.
It's not a big.
Because every time it's more. It's like,
although there are some hospitals that they say walking.
There's some walking, but you still wait.
You might still wait a bit, but it's still working.
It's working.
But
for your own
not
family,
all hospitals are like that.
No, yeah, exactly.
The way in Nigeria, you can just walk into an hospital. You can just do hospitals near me and you can just walk in.
Yeah.
There are some specific hospitals that allow you to walk in. And there are some that is only by appointment.
Yeah.
But I think those appointments are even more than the walk-in ones.
Yes. So except like it's an emergency, then like somebody's dying, then they have to take them to ER, and then maybe if you call ambulance. If you call ambulance is expensive too.
Yeah,
so,
ambulance is expensive.
Ambulance is expensive too. So sometimes the things that you look at in your home country and say, healthcare definitely is good here because like you have like good doctors and you have access to it, but it's not straightforward. Let me just leave it there. It's not. Sometimes it's like this.
Yeah.
So daycare. Let's talk about daycare. You see daycare. You see how you have like lots of daycares in Nigeria, and then you just go and you pay, and you pay and your child will be there, right? It's easy. But here you have to join wait lists. So sometimes people that are pregnant, they will join wait lists already for the school that they want their children to go to. It's crazy. Like before I came here, like I've heard about these things that you have to join wait lists. You might think that I beg you, I won't be fast. Like it's abroad now. Things they easy. My guys, like it is real. Like most times you have to join wait lists. Sometimes if you are lucky, you don't stay on the wait list for so long.
And it's expensive.
It's expensive.
Childcare is crazily expensive.
Yes, it is.
But in fact, in a lot of cases, when you look at the cost, sometimes you might just decide to take care of your child yourself.
You just maybe begin the learn from
thousands of dollars every month.
Yeah.
And just for a few hours of the day to take care of the child. So.
And then you know how in Nigeria, like your daycare, they care about your children here too, but it's just like I even hear like some daycares in Nigeria, you can even. If your baby like poo, they'll clean your baby up for you. You can even have like change of clothes for them. I know of some families in Nigeria where as they're dropping their child in daycare, they're dropping the baby's nightwear. They'll drop baby's nightwear. So that after school, the caregiver, the care people there, they'll clean the baby up, they'll bathe the baby, and wear the baby their nightwear. So when the mother comes, you just take the child home and the child can go and sleep. I'm not saying that they do this in all daycares, but it's just like, do you see like the love? It's not the same, guys. It's not the same. It's not the same. I don't know how to explain, but it's not the same. So just be prepared. Child daycare is expensive. Then weather change. I think we would have talked about this earlier. The weather, guys.
It gets really harsh. It gets really cold. Although you just have to stay warm.
Yeah.
Protect yourself. Dress up properly.
I think mentally you have to be prepared for it.
So, but mentally you need to be prepared for it. And it it gets really cold.
Like cold.
And us, we are still in like a region that is still fairly okay in terms of cold. Although it gets really cold in Ontario as well, really cold. But if you are even going to some other areas of Canada, all this Alberta, Manitoba, New Brunswick, that
Winnipeg.
even gets crazily colder than this our side.
So I just think that you just need to be prepared for the cold.
Just be mentally prepared for it. People are surviving. So the way I say is that people have been surviving it.
You can survive. So if you come to, you will still survive.
So just have that mentality.
It's just for you to be prepared mentally, you know. So like I have a video where I shared like the essential things you need to bring to Canada, and one of the things I mentioned in that video is winter essentials. So guys, please make sure you check out that video. So you just need to be prepared. Like you need to be prepared. I don't know how else to say it. You just need to be prepared. So dressing, you know, talking about the weather, moving on to dressing. Like, you know how in Nigeria you can wear chiffon and you walk on the road. Here you can, except it's summer, and that summer said before your body will adjust to it. You still be cold for you small because you know you're coming from Nigeria. So here, because weather can be like 12 degrees and they will say and like people wearing short knicker walking on the road, it's cold though, but they're used to it. You get so you need to learn how to dress. Dressing is different. You have to learn how to layer up, wear 2, 3, 4 clothes, and then you wear your jacket on top. So like
speaking of dressing, that's one thing I had to really adjust to, because for me, because I grew up most of my life in Nigeria, I'm used to sleeping very light. I don't like the idea of wearing too many things to sleep. So I struggled really adjusting to the cold weather here, because even though it's cold, because I would not be comfortable sleeping, I would still dress up light, and then I woke up with a crazy cold that will make me fall sick. So now I have to force myself to always put on my sweater, put on everything I need to put on before I go to bed. Even if I struggle to sleep, I will still hold on the bed. I have no choice. I will still just wear it. So it's something that the dressing is definitely.
Yeah, it looks like something that is simple, but it's not that simple.
Sometimes it can be difficult.
Yeah, you know how like me, even like talking about that, like even me, like in the house, me too. I just like to wear. You know, you just wear short knicker and just stay in the house. Or you want to just go and buy something outside, just wear like short knicker, wear polo on top and go. You want to wear polo and short, just work out like that for Canada. The cold that you cannot even do it. You get like you can't do it. So it's something that you have to mentally be prepared for. Just wanted to mention that you have to learn how to dress here, and you know how you dress up. You say, you wear like the first layer of you wear the first layer of clothes, you wear the second layer of clothes. Before you now wear your jacket, you now use like you go just fat. You go just puff up like well. You have to learn. The dressing is different, definitely. And then food, guys. Let's talk about Nigerian food.
Yeah, it's not easy to just access Nigerian food everywhere like that. So people have to travel like once a month and get like Nigerian food stuff.
You have to. I think that travel is the right word.
Yeah, because travel. Yeah.
You know how you don't have maybe your salt or your Maggi finish. You just go walk outside.
Yeah.
Malam, they say.
No, not there.
Malam, no day here. Like it's crazy. Like when I do my shopping, when I go to my African shop and I buy my things. I have a video, guys, where I went to like an African shop here. So please watch that video. So like you know how when I go to African shop, if the thing I not buy that time, not till month end again. So you just make sure that you buy all the things because my house to the African shop, I have to take Uber, or if you're taking bus, like it's not like you just come out from your house. You can just go to Ogba markets, go to Balogo market. It's just easy. Even if you don't want to go to market in Nigeria, like there's Malam, there are people selling their shops all around. Everything, crayfish, pepper. But here, you have to be a journey for you. Minus that one, it is expensive.
Yeah, so I think Nigerian food is sort of like the luxury.
It's luxury.
It's the luxury, because they have to ship a lot of those things.
Yeah, you don't blame them because like taxes, they have to ship.
So
it's just okay. It's fair that the price is that way, but it's just a lot of money.
It's expensive, yeah.
So, and that's why when you're coming, bring a lot of food.
Yeah,
guys.
As much as you can for food stuff.
Me, I told you guys now. Like when I came, 2 boxes was just food. I still have my ogbolo. I still have most of my crayfish. Most of the things I'm still using now are things that I brought from Nigeria. Because why would I not like? Do you get it? Like these things are expensive here. If you're here, you just have to buy it anyways because you have to eat the food here. But if I can still have a lot from Nigeria, that is what I brought, So just be prepared, Sha. It's expensive, but you will cope, you will survive, you buy it, you will eat.
You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice, like except you want to start eating whatever it is that you see. But you that you have grown your whole life, you've been eating pounded yam and all those things. You want to continue eating those kind of foods. So just be prepared that the food is here, or like anything you're looking for. We have African shops. You get it, but it's just expensive.
It's expensive, and you have to a lot of times travel. To go and get it.
And then it's even because like there's some places that don't even have African shops. Like
that's also you have to travel. Like maybe the African shop is in North York, and you live in Mississauga, or you live in another place somewhere in Ontario. You have to travel to North York. So that's why I use the word travel, because it's usually a long trip.
Yeah.
So the next point is just you have to be intentional about prioritizing your health. Mostly because in the winter, a lot of times, especially if you work from home, you will not really be going out like that. So what you realize is that if you are not intentional about like stepping out to just go and do walks or going to the gym to exercise, you just realize that you spend a whole month inside the house without stepping out at all. So you have to be intentional about every day. I have to go out, even wear my jacket, just taking natural air and walk, let my heart pump, or go to the gym and do some exercise so that I'm not just inside the house and just getting in fat. Because it actually happened to us when we came and we were just buying bread. We'll be inside the house, we'll be eating this bread. By the time we added climb scale like this,
we don't fat.
We don't 3 months. We don't add that many kg. Nobody told us that it's every day. 5 p.m. is on calendar. Let's go and walk. All of us will carry ourselves. We'll go and walk few kilometers. Or let's go downstairs. Let's go to the gym. Do small training. So you have to be. I know health is very important everywhere. But the thing with Nigeria a lot of times is that because the weather is good,
you can just walk
a lot of times you will go out. You want to go and buy Maggi, you walk on the road. You want to go and do this, you walk on the road. Any small thing, you always have opportunity to walk on the road. But because the weather is really cold here, a lot of times we stay indoor a lot. Even weekends, people just want to be indoor. Sometimes people from Friday to Sunday, they just want to be indoor. So unlike Nigeria that even if you are indoor throughout the weekend, you probably have more party to go. You go and dance. You do exercise. And all those dances, exercise, or you walk to one place. So weekend you most likely have activity, but weekend you can have zero activity.
So you can even be in the house like for weeks without stepping out. Mostly if you are working remote, Like
I work remote, so I'm saying this because I've had the problem personally. Because initially I just realized that in a whole month, sometimes I've not gone out. That's not healthy. It can even. I think it can even kill. If you just leave your body without doing any physical exercise for a whole month, it's not good. But it's easy to get things like that done
because of the weather.
Because of the weather. You will say that, but that's crazy. How can you not go out for a month? But trust me, it's easy to do.
Because you're doing most of your shopping online, so your grocery, so they will bring it to your doorstep. So you know who they waka go anyway.
See, that shopping is another reason.
In
everything
Nigeria,
is online.
If you want to shop, you can shop online, but like you can just waka go malam buy one or two. But here you shop it online, they bring it to your doorstep. So sometimes in a week or 2 weeks, you're inside your house, you're not going anywhere.
Step out. You have shopped on Amazon, you have shopped on Instacart, so you've done grocery shopping, you've done everything, but you didn't step out of your house.
So what that does for your body is that you are not exercising, you're not,
exactly.
And yes, you as human beings, you have to exercise. Like this,
the body is just built to.
Yes, you cannot just be in one place. It will start to affect your health, and we saw that it affected us, and that's why we're sharing it with you, so
just prioritize your health, prioritize that physical. You have to be intentional about prioritizing physical activity.
And then when you're sick here, you don't even want to be sick, because it's not like, especially if you're living alone now, you don't have like family person that can take care of you, and you still
Yeah.
have to work, you have bills to be paid. So you want to make sure that your health is like you take it very seriously. You get so culture, father, culture. There you
Culture shock. No,
go.
no.
No, culture.
Next thing is just culture or shift. You have to kind of be mindful of what you say. A lot of times, you don't just run your mouth and just because you don't know who is listening.
Yeah.
How
Before they
that's
tag
going
you
to
something.
affect the next person, discrimination, and it just becomes like a really a big thing.
Yeah.
Things
You know-
that we're not sort of used to in our environment.
Yeah.
Without going into too much detail,
Yeah.
but just be ready to see things that you are not really used to seeing,
And then just
and just mind your business.
I think what is mind your business?
It's not like you see somebody, two people doing something and not be like,
Hey.
but why are you doing like this?
Or you
It's
gotta
not
look
supposed to be
up,
like this.
you know?
It's
Just
none
mind
of
your
your
business.
It's none of your
Yeah,
business.
you have to mind your
Mind
business. Do like say you don't see
exactly.
waka
Even
comot.
if you don't agree with whatever people are doing, it is none of your. As long as they are not harming you in any way, mind your business.
And that's a lot of mentorship because you know, in Nigerians, we don't mind our business. If you see something
naturally,
now, somebody that is maybe not dressing well, be like, even maybe elderly people, they will come and still comment, why you they dress like this? No, they don't know you from
all those elderly
anywhere.
people
Let's say you go
will
for a
come.
wedding now in Nigeria, and then you wear
Why are you opening your
body,
breasts?
what kind of thing?
As that's your business.
You can't say anything to anybody.
Like, the person can say you are harassing them. They will report it to the police that you were looking at their breasts, you made them uncomfortable. And it becomes a big issue. So just mind your business. Mind your person with open breast. It's not your
It's
business.
not your business. Even
Yes.
other things that you see,
Keep your vision.
things that maybe they don't align with your values, with your religion. Remove your eye. They go where they go. Because
You know, even all those small things that somebody will pass you and then you just look at them in disgust. Like what's this? Don't do
someone
that.
can come and say, "Why are you looking at me like that?
Exactly.
Why are you looking at me like
Don't
that?"
do that.
You know, people
Even if you
they
don't like the way they are
crazy.
dressing or the way they are moving their body, the way they are bouncing, they are not. They are passing their own lane. You are passing your lane.
I think
Mind your
this
business.
abroad is a mind your business.
Just mind your
Just be
business.
doing your own thing. Be doing your own thing. You know, guys. This point. Furniture is expensive.
So I think at some point when I moved into this country, I wanted to diversify to become something like carpentry. Because the kind of money that
they make money.
the way they sell furniture in this country, definitely those people need to be one of the richest people in this country. Tiny chair like this, you just hear $2,100. Tiny chair, be like this chair will say one person for Lagos 50,000 naira, be 80,000 naira.
Go there, okay.
So I should pay $2,500 so just be prepared. Funny, it's something else you rent house here. It's something else you furnish here.
Yeah,
it's not
expensive.
I know furnishing can be expensive everywhere, but trust me, it is different here. It's a different level. Like furnishing is super
Sometimes
expensive.
it's just like maybe I should not go and learn carpentry and do this thing by myself because the price will be calling for you. But just wanted to mention that furnitures in general, they're very expensive here.
Yeah.
Then the time difference. You know, with this time difference thing, on my phone, that is, I have like 1 million alarms on my phone because, like, right now, it's either it's 5 hours or 6 hours difference between Nigeria and Canada. So if I have to talk to my parents or I have to talk to people in Nigeria, I have to something like when I'm ready to talk to them, maybe it's already late in Nigeria. And sometimes you forget, say these people know they're the same country. So sometimes we just take up our phone. Let me call mommy or let me call dad. It's already 1 a.m. in their time. You quickly end the call because they might be scared. You know them. It's 1 a.m. for them. They might be scared that why is this person calling me by this time? You know, so that time difference, like I don't even think I can even get used to it because constantly you have to. It's 2 a.m. So what time should I call? When, you know? So I have different alarms. Even like maybe I have to join meetings in Nigeria. I have different alarms on my phone. So that time difference thing is a thing. You have to mentally get ready for it. Taxes, guys. I know we pay taxes in Nigeria, but in this country.
So taxes even have like different legs. Taxes on, say you buy things, is so they can tell you that this item now is $500. If you're like, I get $500 for account.
Yeah.
But by the time you want to check out, 13% extra just
added to
us appeared in it. So yeah, they don't really put the price
inside,
the tax inside the price of things. So we'll just always be aware that
whatever
if I see something that is $200, always consciously add, like, I think it's 13%
just
tax or
add,
something.
leave another money,
just leave room. So if I want to buy something that says $200, and now I have to consciously say that it's
maybe
like $300, as
or maybe 250 or something
in my mind.
Yeah.
So I don't ever say
So
something is $200, then I only need $200 to buy
So
it.
if you're doing your budgeting, even if you see the prices
Exactly.
online and they say it's
Do your
200,
budgeting,
300, just add money to your this thing, so you know.
So you'll not be surprised. Yeah. So the second part of the taxing is, like, I think it's called personal income tax. It can get really, really high. In fact, sometimes even my brother that lives in the UK, my brothers that live in the UK, they will just be like, wow, that Canada's tax is too high. Or like, why are you people paying this much? Unless that's somebody that even lives in the UK, compared to like Nigeria, that our tax was ridiculously smaller. Sometimes you even pay as high as like half of your salary to the government, depending on how much you earn. And so the tax, just be prepared. Especially if somebody give you offer now, maybe you get a job in Nigeria now, and they tell you that we'll pay you $120,000. 6 figure, I have arrived. Now I'm the king. I'm going to my brother and sister. That's not how it works. So just go and their website allow you to calculate like your tax, your net and all that. Income. That 120 now, maybe it's only like 70. I'm not saying, but
it's just a little portion. They might take like almost half of your salary.
Yeah, they might take like 40%, 30-something percent.
So just be prepared
just be prepared. Yeah.
Tax is a thing here,
tax is really
and
high.
you don't want to evade tax as well. Like you want to be
evade tax,
you know. So I feel like that thing is a lot of mental shift, because we pay tax in Nigeria, but when it's like for you to get used to, like, I always have to complain to that why would government be taking almost half of somebody's salary? Why?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they have to explain to me that, but it's not better for them to take this part of your money so that they can use it to like develop the economy, give it to like support people that don't have jobs, like people that are sick, so that there's like peace in the economy. So I have to so every time I'm angry about this tax thing, I remember that conversation. I'm like, it's better for me to have a safe environment for my baby, for myself, like for me to have a safe environment for my family, basically, than for me to, like, you just want to,
it can be painful. It can sometimes be painful if you think about it, that you are working and somebody else is taking 50% of your income. But if you, the way I like to look at it is like, you look at the big picture. Why are they doing this thing? And sometimes they take your income so that they can also help those that are less privileged, those are low income earners, for example. Or they're able to help them with their child support, sometimes with their rent, and so on. So we are all helping each other. The economy is helping each other. Basically, that's how I like to see it. That's
and then so for me, I had to like shift my mind to that way. So what works for you, you know? But for me, that has helped me to not look at the taxes and be angry, because before I invest, you know me now, I could invest. Which kind of tax with this? Why they take almost half a person's salary? I'll just be angry, and then then I'll just be like, calm down. So the next point is, in this country, you have to work as a team.
Yeah.
So, in this country, you have to work as a team. Combine efforts. You saw that post I sent to you. There was one post I was going online. I was saying that in abroad, like, if you don't work with your partner, if you don't, like, here, husband can be cooking, and mother can take care of the child. Like, you have to work together as a team.
Yeah, it's team efforts. Yeah, that's why even a lot of times, if you are trying to do things, they will always ask you, what's your household income? What's your household days? Because they always look at a lot of your applications as a team, as a family.
Yeah.
So you must. It's sometimes it's a different culture change, because if you are coming from an environment where it's like,
only father and they do things.
I'm the man. It's only me that will pay all the bills 100%, or
man
the
only
woman.
wash clothes.
It's only me that will cook. It's only me that will do. It's only me. A man who they touch water. Man who they. it won't
Well,
work.
that post that we saw, the person said, if you don't work together, you go see shege.
Yeah, exactly.
You go see shege because
yeah, you cannot in Nigeria that you can hire a nanny
it's
to come and be living with you.
Yeah, you can have 2 or 3.
You pay them. You have 2 or 3. You pay them
small.
100,000 on in a month. Yeah,
Crazy.
you can't hire somebody to be living with you.
Do you know they have living nannies and co, but it's expensive. Expensive.
I don't even think I want to even Google and say how much it is. I'm not even interested because I know it will be thousands of dollars. So there's even no point even saying I want to do the research or anything.
So like here, husband and wife,
as a team, you have to work as a team.
Together, yeah.
If you are looking to relocate as a family, it might be best to start, and it's not something that you guys generally do.
Yeah.
It might be best to start trying to build that culture of just working together. There's no, I'm the man, I must pay all the 100% of the bills. You will just kill yourself.
Or I'm the man, I cannot cook. Wife is to cook.
Wife
is to
clean
diaper.
Just kill your wife.
And if your wife die now, only you go day.
Only you go day, you go carry pikin 3. That work that I say you don't want to do, you go dey carry pikin go school because you don't joke with your children. And government get pikin for this country. So your children must be good. If your wife cannot do it, the husband must do it. If the husband cannot do it, the wife must do it. The children must always be good. They will always check on the health of the children, the living condition of the children, and they being taken care of. The minute they sense any uncomfortability for the child, you can take away your child from you.
So like it just pays you
effort
to work together,
and you also be able to do more as a team. There are situations where husband and wife, if you're able to apply for like mortgage together, if the husband applies the loan, they might not give him. But if you take the credit history of the wife combined with the credit history of the husband, you guys are able to access personal loans to make investment. You guys are able to access a mortgage to buy property. You can be living in one because you are doing it jointly together. You can buy another one and be renting it out and be making money. So it just has to be. You guys have to work together to get the most out of the system.
That's it. And then for this same point, I think I need to mention how, you know how in Nigeria most times the household chores and household like things, cooking, cleaning, they target work for woman. Then daddy or father or husband does more of like providing. But here it's equal. You have to do it together because imagine that you leave your wife here to do all of the work and you are the only one doing this. Your wife can fall sick. God forbid anything happen to your wife. It will still fall back to you. So
and then on the man side too, they leave all the financial strain on you. It's going to affect you mentally.
Going to affect you as well.
It can even lead to suicide and things like that. Because when you put too much pressure on people, and they are even struggling to cope, it overstretches them, and then which is what leads to
different
suicide
things.
And different things.
People just shutting out and not talking to.
So you have to support each other.
You have to support.
Because there's no help here, and there's no form of help. It's not like all this one that your mother will just come, mommy, come and carry my baby for a weekend now. Let me and my husband go and enjoy. Those things that are not easily accessible.
Except you have parents that can come and visit, and then they say they are coming to visit. They'll still go back to their house. It's still only you and your husband. Exactly. So you and your husband, you have to work together as a team.
You just have to work.
You cannot be different, guys. That your driving is different.
It's completely different. So there are some things that you just need to unlearn when it comes to driving. In like here you go yield the right of way. For Lagos.
Why are you yielding?
Oh God, come on for my road. I be one share. But yeah, you go the drag road. If now you get right of way, even if you go 10 kilometers,
you wait for him to.
It's his road. He has the right of that way. So a lot of like weird things that I were used to speed limits in like third mainland. If I hear say speed limit for third mainland,
even regular roads, even school zone.
School zone, you are speeding in school zone.
Or like you know how in Nigeria ambulance go dey pass.
People
you be dragging road with ambulance here.
You
pull over and let it.
It's all this one thing like if school bus on red light like this, everybody must stand still. All those kind of things like they don't care what you are watching to.
So like when we got here, like when we started like we wanted to start driving, so we did like the driving test. It was me and Dad that was reading it. Do you know that most of the time we say, which kind of thing be this? Like
Exactly.
it was as if we've never driven,
As
we
if
don't
we've
know
not-
car. We're like which sign is this? Like
all these signs, all these
the
rules.
signs were so
It's
much.
not for
in
decoration. It's not like in Lagos that a lot of this thing we'll just see.
Do you know, like honestly,
Yeah,
let
it's
me
like
let me not
decoration.
lie there. It's only no U-turn and no left turn. Those
And
two
then do not
signs.
enter one way.
Do not enter one way.
Yeah.
Those three signs, those were the only signs I knew. And then sometimes, once in a while, you see some speed limits.
Nobody
Once in a while.
follows speed limit.
But nobody follows speed limit. But in this place, like when I was reading, it was as if I had never driven. The signs were too much. Like the rules are too much. Like pedestrian, like you know how in Nigeria you go they drag road, like people won't cross road. You can't even before you can cross road. It's hard. Here, if you see human being, just stop your motor, make them go. You don't want what cyclists, night get road, like just wait.
Cyclists and them. Yeah. You know the main thing with this driving thing is that what I realize is that where if people are driving carefully in Nigeria,
Yeah.
you say they cannot drive.
Yes.
It is the opposite here.
Yes.
It is only if you can drive carefully that you can truly drive
Yeah.
in Canada. Like you say, I go maneuver and I miss a bit drive past you, but that person that is going carefully in Lagos or they are following the speed limit,
People be honey for
they
him.
are waiting for
insulting
people at
him.
pedestrian. They don't want speed too much. People will waiting and insulting them. Okay, you know Sabi drive. If you know Sabi drive,
yeah.
sit down for house now.
Who give you motor?
All those kind of. Actually, those are the good drivers.
Yeah.
You that you are driving rubbish, you are the terrible driver.
Yeah. Like when
So that's the difference.
Yeah, so guys, I'm going to be posting a video sharing my experience about like my driving, like trying to get my license here in Ontario. When I went for my first lesson, guys, after they match the brake, the tutor where they teach, I know how to drive, but when you come here, before you do, like you have to still do some small training. The tutor was just like, leave the brake and match. I know if you leave brake, you know how in Lagos I'm always driving in traffic and your leg is always in the brake, or because anything, because people feel they mad. Person if you just run past you for road, so your leg is almost always on the brake. I had to unlearn a lot of things. The man was just like, leave your brake, drive at the speed limit. Every time I go look speed limit, it's different. But guys, I'm posting a separate video where I'm going to be talking about that. But we just wanted to mention that driving here is different. You have to unlearn and learn a lot of things, and you have to be extremely careful. Wow, you have to be extremely careful. So guys, I feel like we've mentioned a lot of things in this video. This is like the hard truth. Look at things that people don't talk about, but like I said, we just came to share our own as they. We don't want to hide anything, so you know what you're expecting when you get to Canada, when you are trying to relocate abroad. Because I feel like these things, most of them don't only apply in Canada. Even when people that are relocating to the US, to Canada, to the UK, to Europe, to any, like these are
Some
like
of them are applicable.
Some of them are applicable there, and these are people's realities. So.
And just to also say that this is in no way to discourage people from relocating.
At all.
It is definitely worth it.
Yes.
It is rewarding in the end. We will definitely.
We want to welcome you people. Come.
But we're only saying that these are some of the little things that you
should
might be aware of, and you might need to adjust.
Most of these things for me, honestly, is mental shift.
Yeah.
Something that you're already used to, that like your parents trained you, or like the environment you live in, you are used to something. For you to unlearn it, especially as an adult, it has to come from your mind. So these are things that you have to work on. Like things like
consciously try to change.
Yes, especially like maybe things like minding your business.
Exactly.
Taxes, like food expensive. Yam is expensive, guys. Yam is expensive in this country as well. So like all these things, you have to get used to it. You have to learn to live with it.
Yeah.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed us just chatting and talking about like experiences here in Canada. Please, you already know what to do. You know what to do. Please subscribe to our YouTube. I think we'll start saying this our YouTube, because that is always here anyway. So
this content creator life, it's not easy.
I'm always forcing this one to come and sit down here. Okay, so there, help me to beg them to subscribe. Yeah, the one that will do the outro.
Guys, please subscribe, help the ministry to grow, or like, share with your friends and family, and just keep supporting the channel. We'll continue to bring very useful content to you guys, and a lot of educative content. Yeah.
You don't sabi this thing. I find like very soon now, it's only you that will be doing this thing.
No,
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.
Peace.